Nice. Okay, so did we do the 24y fourth in this one? With the simplify to the lowest terms. Oh, okay, so I number right. Okay, so let's start number 1. Okay, we are using GCF to simplify to the lowest terms. Okay, so we're going to do this problem. 24 y to the 4th minus 54 y. So this puts what we were doing yesterday, it puts it together into one problem. We're doing the numbers and the variables, but instead of separate, together. Okay? But you do it the same. You want to start off with a small number, so like 24 out of those two, and start thinking what number goes into 24, right? So you guys can help me out. 2 goes into 24, what else goes into 24? 8. 8 goes into 24, what else? 4 goes into 24, what else? 12 goes into 24, what else? 6 goes into 24. And always the one that students forget, even today when we've been doing the notes today, is itself. Okay, itself also goes into itself. Okay.
Is this one yesterday?
Uh-huh.
Is it the new one or what?
We're continuing.
So the third one?
This would be under, it says simplify. That was the last instructions that I gave you, and
So
it would be
lowest
the third, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right under that. Simplify to lowest terms. Okay, so once you find those factors, then you want to find the biggest one out of those that goes into 54. Okay, so obviously 24 does not go into 54. And now you have those little calculators, right? So like, you know, I don't know my 24s either, so you can quickly check. Does 12 go into 54? No. Does 8 go into 54? Notice I'm going on the biggest ones first, right? 8 does not go into 54. What about 6? Yes, right. So you know your table's good. So that's what we do. We're going to divide both of these by 6. That's going to be our GCF. So we're going to take a 6 out. Okay. And then we remove the variables, the letters, right? And the catch, remember, is you have to take out the equal number from both terms. So this is a term and this is a term. So what's the maximum amount of y's we can take out? 3, okay? There's been some confusion today still on that, especially students that were absent yesterday. So, you know, you can't take out more than what you have. So like, I can't take out 4 because there's only 3 here, right? You can't take out more than what's there, okay? So the most I can take out is 3. So then here's how this works. 24 divided by 6 is 4. I'm also taking that y cubed out, so this is where you put your GCF in the front. If I have y4 and I divide by y3, how many y's are left? 1. You can put a 1 right there. 54 divided by 6, 9. And if you have 3 y's and you take away 3 y's, no more y's, right? So there's no one. And so there's the answer to that one. Okay. We're just putting what we did yesterday, but into one problem. Questions so far, guys? Okay, I went through that one. Okay, so now let me give you one to give you time for you to do it. So number 2. Let's try 16. A to the 8 B to the 4th plus 20 A cubed B5. Okay, we're going to do about 2-3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Okay. Yes, ma'am. after you take that. Okay, so let's see. I know we're not all done, but we're getting pretty close. So 16, right? 2, 4, 8, 16. That's it, right? I don't think there's one, right? And then the biggest one out of those is that goes into 20. 4. Okay, 4 is the biggest one. So 4 is your GCF. So you're gonna divide both of these by 4. What's the most A's we can remove? 3. And the most B's? 4. Y'all agree, guys?
Can you slow down a little bit?
Kinda, because I want to give you more time on the next one. But tell me if one of these things don't make sense, though, so I can break it more down. And we put that in the front. Okay. 16 divided by 4 is 4. If we have 8 A's and we take 3 A's away, how many A's would we have left? 5.
It's okay, I'm just.
No, let me see, where's Faith confused, that way I can help her, because I bet she's not the only one.
It's just like how the lowest number is like on the 4, like I have the B for 4, and then the 3 for 8. She's confused about how
How you pick
lowest
these?
number is weight, yeah.
Okay, so see, let me show you, okay, and you tell me if this makes sense. Remember that 8 to the 8th, that's really what it means, but we don't want to write like all those A's, so we just put to the 8th. 8 to the 3rd means this, but again, we don't want to write 3 A's. Okay, so we put to the 3rd, okay? The rule is that you have to take out the, so this is one thing, this is one thing they call terms. You have to take out the same amount from both. Okay, that's the thing, that it has to be the same amount. So for example, I can take 1A, right? Could I take 2 A's from both? Yeah. Could I take 3 A's from both? Yeah. But here's the catch, because you take 4 A's. No. You can take 4 A's from this one, but the catch is you have to do it to both. So that's where this is coming from. That's the A amount that you can take out from both.
Oh,
Okay? And this is the B amount that you can take out from both.
okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
good, yes, yeah, of course. Please, guys, please ask me when you don't get it like that, because then I can help you right away, and then you get back on track. If not, you just get more and more and more lost. So ask me. Okay, so B, 4, 4, no more B's. 20 divided by 4 is 5, right? Those cancel. 5 B's, we take out 4 B's, just a B. Okay, now I need you to be honest time here. How many of you had this answer before I put it on? Like you got to that answer? Okay, would you say that's about 1/4 of the class so far? Okay, so on my notes, we move on to the next part, okay? But my philosophy is I wanna get 80 to 90% of you on board before I move on, okay? Because if I just move on, I'm only gonna take a few of you at the end with me. You get what I'm saying? Everybody else is gonna get lost. So I believe that if we all get on, most of us, then at the end we end up winning the race because you really understand them. Okay, so we're gonna do another one, and hopefully we can get more of you on board on this one. Well, it's about 80% of us, 80 to 90. The other percent, usually they need like one-on-one during the homework part, and that's fine, we get it, okay? And that's when we'll do it together. Okay, try this one. do about the same amount of time. Okay. I know we're not all done, okay, but most of you are getting close. Now, factors of 10. 2, 5, 10. Now don't start erasing, okay? I know some of you are going to start erasing on here. Even though this didn't happen to you perhaps on this problem, it's bound to happen eventually. You're not going to find the GCF right away every single time, okay? That doesn't mean you messed up. That just means you have to do a little bit more work. So I'm going to show you how to fix that, okay? So let's say I didn't catch it. Let's say a lot of you do 5, so I'm going to do 5, okay? Some of you did 2, some of you did 10, but I'm going to do 5. So if I take out 5, I'm assuming we're good on the letters, on the variables. Everybody okay? That's x2. Okay. And then this one is 1y. We're good with those? Okay. Yes, okay. But check out what happens here. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 1x left. Always put your GCF right here in the front because that's what you're taking out. Okay. No more y's. 4. Cancel, no more of those, and 1y left. Okay. That's not the final answer. That's a middle of the way answer. Okay. So the reason why is because I should have took out a 10. So if that happens to you, this is all you have to do is, oh, that means I can take more stuff out. Always check to see if you can take more out. In this case, I can. What can we divide these two by? 2, right? 2 and 4, right? So I divide by 2. The more important question is, what do you do with that 2 and that 5? You multiply them, right? Because that's how we get that 10. So if I take that 2 out, now this is a 10. And now that's a 1 and that's a 2. That's the final answer. Does that make sense? So you don't have to do it right in the first part. If you do, you get to the answer right away. If you did by 2, you would have to do it twice. Shrink once and shrink again. But it works. Does that make sense, guys? Yes? How many of you got to that final answer? I know some of you were here in the middle answer. Now you know you can go to the further answer, okay? But with that combined, that should be 90%. Okay, last one. With this one, we should get, this should be it right here. Okay, I'm feeling good about this one. No tricks, straightforward. walk away today feeling good about GCF. It's not just a skill that you use for these types of problems, it's a skill that you'll use for other more and more complex problems. So it's a very important skill you're learning. And more importantly, even though you don't realize it, the true reason you're learning this particular skill is because when you get to more advanced problems, what this does, it makes really nasty problems into simpler problems because you're shrinking them down. Four is the GCF. If you did 2, that's okay. You're gonna have to do 2 twice. A what, guys? 4 A's? 3 A's. How many B's? 2 B's. To be or not to be? That's the bigger question, right? Okay. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 2, no more B's, 2, no more A's, 2 B's. Yeah? Alright, how many hands got it right this time? Okay, that looks like 80–90% to me. Okay, so we stop here, and then tomorrow we'll practice these problems. Okay, so you may go ahead and put up and take your calculator back to its spot.